Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session or lesson in the Alpha Wolf, or not the Alpha Wolf, but in the Introduction to Learning, Development, and Course Creation course. And this lesson today is about understanding how learning has changed with technology and understanding technology and the introduction of technology into your courses and into how your students or buyers perceive the value or understand or consume the information that you give to them. So there are many different ways in which technology has changed, allowing for a better transference of knowledge and information to your target audience or your buyer. So, if we think about it like this, we're thinking about it not in the context of creating a course for a school or schooling, but creating a course for a business and for your business and sort of creating a course to connect you at a higher level with your buyers, but also with your staff members and things like that. So, if we think about the purpose of a course, the purpose of a course is to transfer understanding, information, knowledge, ability, skills, experiential knowledge. So it holds many different values within the different roles it is deployed within. Do you sort of get it? So just think about it like this with technology is the different mediums or the different ways in which I can connect to my ideal buyer or my ideal consumer of the course, be it a buyer, be it a student, be it a staff member if I'm doing an internal course. So, how are a few of the ways in which you could transfer or translate the knowledge and information? So, things like having podcasts, things like utilizing Zoom sessions or utilizing workshops, things like utilizing YouTube, utilizing social media. So there's so many different ways in which we are able to introduce course material or our courses and help educate our buyers or educate our staff to understanding at a higher rate the core competencies or the core information that we are like transferring to them, understanding the value of it, transferring the value of it to them. Does this all sort of make sense? So think about it like I could utilize apps. I could utilize podcasts. I could utilize audio, I could utilize video, I could utilize text-based. Like there are so many different ways. So it's sort of like when we think about learning, it's what is the medium that connects best with my target audience for it, and how do I create my course to run across different mediums? So, for example, I do, like you can see here, the course document, which has all the text based, but I also do social media posts with the course lectures and the course information on it. I do, YouTube videos and things like that. Like I post the content to YouTube. Like, how are the different ways and what is the and if we remember, what is the purpose behind the course or the reason for creating the course? So I create my courses to help educate, but also to help sort of build my brand awareness and build my authority within the industry, within the sector that I'm in, personal development, professional development, and business development. Do you sort of get it? So just understanding this allows you to create your courses or your knowledge or your information to connect best with it. For example, if you have staff that have to take an hour-long commute every day for work. Well, putting it in audio format as a podcast can, or an audio book, can help them while they're driving as they can listen to it. Do you sort of get it? But it's sort of like, we can have it as a weekly, you know, workshop where once a week we get together and we jump on Zoom and do a workshop where we do a deep dive into the knowledge. Like, how do I want to utilize the information or my time or, the content to connect best with the desired result I am seeking to get out of the course? Do you sort of get it? So, like, I'm able to utilize courses to build a relationship and connection with potential buyers prior to them purchasing my products or services. Do you sort of get it? I'm able to use the courses and the content within the courses to build brand recognition or to build my brand authority within the marketplace, within my industry, within, those who compete with me, however you want to look at it. Do you sort of get it? Because I'm not covering the course content or the course information or the information within the course. Do you sort of get it? So when we start to understand this, that like the information is an expression of me. Do you sort of get it? It's an extension of me. Should someone want to, take my content and then reproduce it and imitate it and copy it, that's okay. Do you sort of get it? Because like the purpose is to share the content and to help others through the knowledge and the information and the wisdom and all of this. Do you sort of get it? So when we stop looking at it in the 2D sense that I have to be the one who delivers it to where it's more about the information being delivered to people, what I'm able to do is I'm able to now focus on the aspect of creation and not the aspect of results. Do you sort of get it? I am creation driven, not results driven. So, like, I go against the sort of like the expectations of the majority. The majority are results driven, where I am creation driven. For creation is what I enjoy. So, should I be able to spend my time creating, I am spending my time in enjoyment of what I like. Does that sort of make sense? So, think about it like how can you best utilize and how does technology affect like the ability for your potential buyer, for your buyer, for your staff member, for the consumer of your course and content, like how does it affect them? Do you sort of get it? So by having it accessible across platforms, across mediums, across devices, allows for the easy consumption of that material. Do you sort of get it? So I can take a course and I can break it up and I can put it into audio files and I could create an audio book with it if I wanted. I could create a podcast series with it if I wanted. I could create a content series if I wanted. I could create a how-to series if I wanted. Do you sort of get it? So like start to think about how you can utilize technology to amplify the accessibility of your course material. Do you sort of get it? And like, for example, I may talk a lot about like business. These courses are designed for business. I'm not talking to someone who is setting up a high school. I am not talking to someone who is setting up a primary school, a university. I'm talking to a business owner who wants to, or an individual who wants to share their passion of what they understand with their ideal buyer, their ideal audience member. So we don't even have to sell the courses. We can use the courses to build brand awareness. We can use the courses to condition like key information into the audience. Do you sort of get it? So we want to step away from the 2D idea that I'm creating a course for a student. I'm creating a course for the ideal clientele or audience member or buyer so that I'm able to connect with them on a different medium that is separate from business content. That is, or not so much business content, but that is separate from my business offers, that is separate from, my product or information on my products or my demonstrations or my pitches. Do you sort of get it? So imagine that if you've got, for example, in your business, if you've got your presentations for your products and services, you've got content that your marketing content and all of that, and then you've got courses. Do you sort of get it? We're building a business that is multi-dimensional, that should someone come to the business and want to purchase a product or a service, they can purchase a product or a service. There's content for that. Should someone want to understand more about the product or service or how to utilize the product or service, there is courses for that. Do you sort of get it? And when we're thinking about it like this, there are many different ways in which we can utilize our course material. Do you sort of get it? Like we could create it like, for example, I create my courses in document form, in PDF forms, and have them as PDFs that I can send to people. And I create and like it's important to realize like 273 pages is this course that I have, the reprogramming your mind and recreating your reality course. So this is my maiden course. It's a manual and a sort of like a collation of all different courses that are around personal and professional development. Do you sort of get it? So I'm able to have it as my anchor to be able to give it or to be able to leverage it in my offers and my products and services so that I'm able to sort of have this highly valuable piece of content or collection of content that adds value to it, but I'm also able to utilize it in social media posting and my social media accounts. I'm able to use it, sorry, I'm able to use it to fill in my YouTube account and to create content on YouTube. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we're not thinking 2D where I have a course, someone has to buy that course. I'm thinking 5D of I have a course that is content. Do you sort of get it? That is validation and authority building and brand building that can be utilized to generate ad revenue, that can be utilized to add additional value to potential buyers, and that can be utilized to amplify my courses or my programs because I run programs. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important for me because these courses allow me to be able to serve my clients at the highest level. Do you sort of get it? So just understanding this allows us to understand, well, how would I utilize technology and how is technology going to be the best for me to create a environment where it's easy for a consumer or a buyer or a student to learn? Do you sort of get it? How is it easy for me to train potential or current employees towards my processes, towards my ways of doing it, or ways of operating, or operating procedures, or procedural operations? Do you sort of get it? So, like, there are many different ways we can think about a course and the value of a course, and the many different ways in which we can utilize our technology sorry, to best serve those who consume our courses. Do you sort of get it? So we could have interactive learning where we ask questions and then have multiple choice answers for it. We can have, for example, I use My New Admin, which has a course builder within it where I can create a course and I could have a course with questionnaires. I could have a course with exams. So we understand the different sort of course types where we could have an informational course like this where I'm not having you do any practical examinations, but where I'm presenting information and elevating your understanding of the utilization of that information and allowing you, sorry, oh, allowing you to create the sort of the value of the information to you. Do you sort of get it? Where I am giving you the information and then you are determining how to utilize it for yourself. Do you sort of get it? So there's all different things. We can use webinars where we can use webinars to generate leads. We could use webinars to generate potential staff. Do you sort of get it? So, like if I was in, for example, a very highly specialized sort of industry within finance, and let's say I was doing financing for aviation loans for private jets. Like I can create a course that someone does a course before applying to a position. Do you sort of get it? So I know that you have a specific level of understanding and comprehension prior to us speaking. Do you sort of get it? So I'm able to create higher levels of engagement with potential employees. Do you sort of get it? And use it as a qualifying and filtering process. So there are many different ways that we can utilize courses. Do you sort of get it? I can utilize courses when introducing new procedures into my existing team. I can utilize courses when, you know, changing or adopting new practices within my sales process or my client acquisition process. Do you sort of get it? So like depending on what you do, depending on sort of the products and the services, will depend on the different ways that you are able to adapt them and different sort of technologies that you would use. Do you sort of get it? So it holds a lot of value, but to business owners, there are two key areas where the value is. Potential buyers, okay? Oh, well, there's three potential buyers, current buyers, so current clients, and then staff, so staff training and things like that. So if we think about it like this, if I outsource to some RTO to do my staff training and all of this and do up a generic program, like it's not going to be that good. But I can get like I can walk through the ideal sale. For example, if we were doing a sales course for you, I can walk through the ideal sale and sort of put in the key information that leads to the sale and then present that information and then have a questionnaire so that we all know how to respond to specific objections or to specific client questions or specific inquiries or or procedural operations on how to, move forward. Like when a new lead comes in, like what happens? Do you sort of get it? So there's all different kinds of technology that we can use, and technology allows us to create like this, a very intimate and personal sort of experience, but also we are able to, talk to hundreds of people, talk to thousands of people simultaneously. Do you sort of get it? We are able to create seamless experiences where it's a one-on-one experience for 1,000 people at a time. Do you sort of get it? So we're able to create so much value for potential buyers and for staff members that we're able to sort of connect with them on a deeper level, which allows us to elevate their understanding and sort of ensure that they, especially when we're talking about staff, that they have an understanding of the procedures, of the processes and practices that we follow and why we follow them and why it's important for us to follow them. Do you sort of get it? But we can also have it as upskilling. So, should they do certain courses, they can move into different areas within the business. They can move into it so that I'm not stuck if I hire someone as a salesperson, that they only can ever be a salesperson. If they wanted to move into marketing, I've got marketing courses on how we market. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I'm able to create my own internal, and this is sort of for your medium to, like, it's useful for small business, but it's more for your medium to large enterprises and businesses where we have the internal, like, pathways for staff so that we're able to retain staff and not just lose them because they said, well, I want to go into marketing and not be a sales rep anymore. So then we lose them because we don't have a path for them to travel. Do you sort of get it? And it's sort of like we avoid the idea that, like, oh, I didn't understand that was the procedure that we were operating under. Do you know what I mean? We avoid that idea of, like, that lack of accountability because, like, part of the role is understanding the role within the company, and understanding sort of the procedures and the operational procedures and guidelines of why we, you know, why we hold these procedures and why we abide by them. So it's very important for us to understand this because this elevates us into being able to elevate and operate at a higher level in business, especially to being able to not only connect with our staff at a higher level, but connect with our potential buyers at a higher level and help our staff to connect with our buyers at a higher level. Do you sort of get it? Or to connect with our customers at a higher level? Do you sort of get it? Very important to understand. So just realize, like, technology wise, in 2025, in today's day and age, there is so much that we can do and introduce into our business to be able to elevate ourselves up to reaching new levels through course creation and through understanding learning and development and through understanding how to utilize technology and how technology has changed the way in which we learn. Do you sort of get it? Very important to get. All right, well, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.